I'm here with Jacqueline Goodrich, who is the founder and the president and pretty much does everything with TheGeneralsKids. This is an organization I had not seen. You said this is your first year, and I was walking by and thought, there's an interesting name, and came over and like to have you tell us what it's about exactly. What is the whole thing?
Well, we are the first ever organization that's solely dedicated to Wounded Warrior kids, and that's all Wounded Warriors of any branch, whether they're Guard or Reservist or active duty, and even if they're going to be well enough to return to duty at some point. There's so many things that can be traumatic about having your parent wounded or having them ill and having to move to a military hospital. So we just there's really no way to make military hospitals a kid-friendly place, but the idea started by just wanting to bring back a little bit of joy to them and let these kids know that they're thought about and that they're appreciated. So that was the springboard for it.
Are you dealing with injuries or wounds that might not be quite so visible, like PTSD or TBI, where kids also have to deal with that, with a parent who's not quite the same as he was when he left?
Oh yes, my husband also has a TBI, so we're very aware of the challenges that presents, because they could look fine, but all of a sudden one day, with chemical reactions and stuff in the brain, they could seem like a completely different person, or they could forget their child's birthday. And so everything that we do has come from what we saw our kids going through at Walter Reed, and in the days since coming and months since coming home, really, and what our friends' kids have gone through. And we've been able to see firsthand what these kids need to help them get through it and stuff. So we really want to be able to address that, because it's something that their friends and their community outreach on the civilian side isn't really going to understand.
All right, so tell us a little bit about what exactly goes on. I mean, somebody says, oh, that's a really cool thing, Jacqueline, I'd like to find out more about it because they're in that particular situation. What are they going to get if they contact you, and how do they contact you?
Our website is www.thegeneralskids.org, just the way it sounds, and parents can register their children. And what we do is we have a few different programs. For the kids who are still living in the hospitals, they can qualify for a sponsor. And we would pull from a list of registered sponsors who would send the kids a care package once a month in the hospital, just to say, hey, here's something fun for you to look forward to, and we appreciate you, and we know that you sacrifice too.
And then, what kind of sponsors are they?
Oh, it could be an individual or a family, or maybe a school class might want to sponsor a kid who's in the same grade that they are. And that's a great connection too, because it teaches the kids at the school that there's other kids out there who are having to go through these really traumatic experiences and stuff. And then it reminds the child at the hospital that their peers out there really care about them and stuff. So it's a great teaching tool.
Are you helping to put together the care packages so that they are appropriate to the child, or are they all the same? I just want to see if I can envision how that looks.
Oh, sure. We have the parents fill out a form that says what their child's interests and hobbies and favorites are, and then we pass that on to the sponsor so that they can have fun, and they can do theme packages if the child is young and likes a certain character, and they can kind of have a little bit of free reign with it, as long as they stay on the schedule that it's a once a month package that's expected. And so that's pretty much it. It's fairly easy, and that's for the kids who are living in the hospitals right now. That's major military hospitals like Walter Reed, Brooke Army Medical Center, Tampa Polytrauma. And then we still offer that too for the kids who have just transitioned home, because moving back home that first 6 months to a year, it's a very difficult process. We're a little over a year out from moving home from Walter Reed, and our daughter has more issues today than she does back at Walter Reed.
Do you have any opportunities for kids who are in the similar situations, obviously with different families though, where they can get together and actually be able to talk to somebody who is going through exactly what they're going through, because the adults are not quite going to get it in the same way?
Right. We're working on that. The one program that we have in place right now that I really am excited about is our Pen Pal program, and that is where kids will, register the same as they would for a sponsor, tell their interest and what the parents' injuries are and different hobbies, their grade level, and we will connect them with someone who closely matches that. if they need someone who's at that same point, or maybe they need someone who's gone through it a couple years ago, then we would connect them with that person because they'll be able to give them a little bit more hope. And, I know it's rough, but I've been through it, and everything you're feeling is normal. So that's our Pen Pal program right now. And the next year, though, we want to be able to get the funding to build a forum on our website. That way, parents and teenagers and kids can log on instantly to a secure environment and be able to talk openly and instantly, because they might need help. They might just be having a really bad day and stuff. And we also want to have a separate forum for parents so that they can go to it and say, oh, my kid just asked me the most heartbreaking question before bed, and I didn't even know the answer to it. Like, how do you answer questions about war and hatred and violence when you don't even understand it yourself? So it will be a great way for parents to connect, because we are primarily geared towards the kids. Like, we do financial assistance for kid-related activities, but we really want to make sure that parents have the tools in this situation to help bring up kids so that they're healing and they're healthy and they learn to thrive and see the beauty in their situation and stuff.
So I think I know the answer to this question, but is there a fee for this?
No. Everything is free for the families. So
Okay.
We run all of our programs at no cost, and we're getting off the ground as far as funding goes. Like, we're just starting out, but so I would like to be able to offer more financial assistance right now, but we're still in the early stages. But I wanted to get certain things going before we were funded, because like the sponsorship program and the Pen Pal program, it doesn't cost me anything but time to run it. So we wanted to be able to help as many kids as possible as quickly as we can, because there's a big need for it.
Jacqueline Goodrich is the founder and the president of TheGeneralsKids, and it's TheGeneralsKids.com. Thank you very much. Oh, sorry, GeneralsKids.org. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much for having me.